Hey you guys, how's it going? I finally did it. I finally got a bunch of pictures together and made a little investigative report into the occult and punk rock, or at least the use of symbols. Man, the last place I thought I would see anything like that, you know. I grew up with this stuff. I love this stuff. And just who knew? And man, the punk rockers were talking about a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of stuff we feel like is irrelevant now, but it's not. Especially for us people looking into all this conspiracy stuff. These bands, they had their shit together. You know, some of them were political, some of them were propaganda. But it's amazing to go back and listen to some of this stuff and hear the messages. And, you know, they were screaming about police states a long time ago, let me tell you. Anyways, here's part 2 of the series. I did the first video just on the band X, and I put a couple pictures from that video in this one too. For you punk rockers that aren't familiar with my videos, you can go back and look at some of them if you want to learn more about the symbols I'm talking about. The rest of my people here, they're pretty hip, so I don't want to re-drag them through some stuff. Anyways, enjoy you guys. Let's go on a little ride. I hope you guys like it. Is this where we're going to start off? This is me and a chicken last week. Alright. Okay, here's our first real picture, guys. The Screamers, the old band from Hollywood. Right? One of the first, as far as LA goes. And here they have their one-eyed symbolism going. This guy, Tomato Duplanty, was weird. He was into some weird stuff. He made a couple weird films. And he definitely was probably with the business. He died. I think AIDS. Okay, this is an album cover from The Damned, one of their later albums. Now you expect occult symbols from a band called The Damned, but they're my favorite, so I put them in here anyways. This is just an occulty picture. You got a demon coming out of a tree, some kind of a pan elf guy, some goddess butterflies, and faces hidden and everything. Not the best picture in this group. Let's look at Dr. No. That's who we're listening to right now. Dr. No and their logo has this weird Chi-Rho R, like drugs, you know, like the pharmacy. And here it is again up here on this upside down cross. This is a drawing of Dinah Cancer by Jaime Hernandez that did the Love and Rockets comics, and I know that guy and Dinah Cancer are probably both pretty involved in the occult. Of course, you got your upside down cross too. What does Dr. No mean? I'm not sure. But they sing about some interesting stuff. Here's one of their later ones. And you see this guy crashing through the wall and stabbing this guy to death with the upside down cross. He broke down a wall to do it. I'm sure we could look into a lot of symbolism there. But anyways, XXX Records. This was DI, the Vandals, I think, ended up on here. AFI later. They ended up really successful. But for those of you that follow me, we know that the XXX is a 666, right? In numerology. There's a DI record. You see DI's logo there with the 3 X's also. Well, I think it's usually, yeah, there's 3 X's. 666. I'm sure we could decode this further. One eye. Black and white, Masonic duality. Some of these could be a stretch, you guys, a little bit. I know one eye's just happened, you know, so does black and white, obviously. So. Big Black Witchcraft Rock. This is the Cramps. That's Poison Ivy of the Cramps. And probably Lex Interior, the singer, putting up their devil horns. Which, even though they sing about like horror movie type stuff, that never really struck me as being super occulty. But as we look at them today, we'll see that yeah, they kind of were. Here's the Damned. This is a best of. It's called a light at the end of the tunnel, which you know what our light reference is usually referred to. You know, you could call it light of Lucifer or the light of God, whichever theory you happen to live by or don't live by or whatever. And here's just a reference to the machine, okay, the world, some wheel gear things. Okay, here's the Damned, the cover of their Black album. As you can see, they're all like possessed or something on the back there. And on the front, we have a pretty Masonic logo, or I mean, you know, we got the serpent winding around the bottom. We've got two pillars here, one face facing one way, one face facing the other way. It starts with a D, it ends with a D. It's a yin and a yang, guys. It's a duality thing. And then this is pretty cube-shaped. We could fit a Jewish star in here real nicely. The cube. Okay. And here's another pretty Masonic album cover here. It's actually the single for White Rabbit, the Jefferson Airplane cover. And here you have a white bunny looking in the mirror at a black bunny, and then he turns white again in there. But we have the black and white duality thing going on. Symbolism with mirrors. There's lots of mind control symbolism around mirrors, and I'm sure there's probably other things I don't quite understand about mirrors too. We get so hung up on MK Ultra, you know? There's Johnny Rotten doing his Hebrew L thing, his Saturnian L, whatever you want to call it. We catch this guy doing this and other things a lot, and we're not done with him. Right? Is that okay with you, Johnny? Okay. There's his L again. One eye from good old Johnny. One eye 666 from Johnny. Okay, Johnny? Are we done with you yet? I guess we are. Nagasaki Nightmare from Big A, Little A. That's what I'm actually looking at. The Big A and the Little A, two pillars. Which I'm not too familiar with Crass Records, because I'm not a crass hole, but if you look at, they use some pretty crazy looking symbols and whatnot. I probably should look into them a little more. This is the cover. I must have cut part of it off, but this is the Effigies from Chicago, and they use the Chicago City flag as their album cover, which I saved it just thinking it's Jewish stars, but I've since learned that Chicago City flag has 6-pointed stars on it. Here's a one-eyed picture from Jack Grisham, and this is the cover of his book, An American Demon. So, you know, that one kind of explains itself if you're hip to the one-eye business. And there he is looking all satanic, the devil in Mr. Grisham. Right, so this guy's into some occult stuff. TSOL, his band, was known for kind of being out there to make money, which, you know, which is fine. It's cool. They're a good band too, but you know, that was kind of a no-no back then. So they caught a little hate for it. So you know, maybe it's the occult was involved. This is Unit 3 in Venus, who had this little girl. She was like 9 or something, and they used to dress her like a boy. Sometimes she was a boy, sometimes she was a girl, but Venus is her name. Unit 3 and Venus. And this is a really hot chick that used to go out with Rodney Bingenheimer. So I always like to refer to her as MK'd. She's just hot. Sorry, I do that sometimes. There's Unit 3 with Venus again with this dragon thing in the background. And as you can see, there's Beer is the name of a song, Dream Monsters, and Blue. So maybe I should look into that too. I remember the Beer song. Beer is not good for you, or something like that. Alright, well, Bad Religion, they just cross out the cross, which I don't have Christian Death's logo on here, but I've showed it to you guys before, and it's a crossed out cross too. And Christian Death, obviously, is very heavily occult themed. Bad Religion, yeah, you know. Not necessarily an occult symbol, it's a statement against religion, for sure. Alright, the Mad from New York, this is Screaming Mad George, this guy from Japan, who somehow in the late 70s ended up in New York, fronting this outrageous and awesome band. And here they have their one-eyed symbolism going on. He ended up famous and rich as a horror movie makeup effect guy. He's back in Japan now, and he's kind of legendary, actually. So, you know, you see some of these guys find this strange success, you know, doing all this weird occulty stuff, and this guy's one of them. His artwork's really bizarre and real strong occult thing going on. Alright, this is the Freeze from Boston. Misery Loves Company. They threw in a one-eye for us there. And oh, there's the Singer of the Damned. That guy is my hero, right? And there he is. Doing the old blind eye. So anyways, he's pretty cool. Are we not men? We are Devo. With Jewish Kabbalah colors, right? Or Kabbalah colors, I should say. Also, whenever I see a circle like this inside a record album cover, I think square and compass, right? And we probably have a double X up here. The Cramps all with one eye darkened. Or covered. This is Wendy O. Williams from the Plasmatics when she went solo. This is her logo, which I see tattooed on people every now and then. But you have this W going one way and this W going the other way. So you have your duality here, your pillars, your yin-yang. Okay. LA's Wasted Youth, awesome band. They have this WY on Reagan's forehead here, which, as you can see, makes a double X and a square and compass. You need to zoom in on it a little bit. That's a square and compass, right? Right. The Flower Leopards. This band's on Mystic Records, which had all kinds of occulty bands on it. Some of them I wouldn't never guess. So, is it the label or is it the bands? Is it both? I don't know. I actually have this picture painted on the back of my leather jacket without this and this. The two pillars, right? And I don't have the infinity double cross temple set symbol or whatever it is on my jacket, but I do have the rest of it on here. On there, I should say. And there's their album. As you can see, they have those satanic symbols at the bottom again. And we have everything opposites, so we have two pillars, of course. One eye. Dead Kennedys. I showed this in an old cube video I made. Alright, this is a 6-pointed hexagram. Okay, it's a cube. Okay, if you left just this Y in and put lines around, it's a cube. It's a triangle going up and a triangle going down. It is a Jewish star. It also makes the cube, like I said, so it's a square inside the compass. And you got your Masonic brickwork wall action in the back here too. And this is, Jello Biafra is like the Alex Jones of punk rock, if you ask me. He's a fearmonger big time. He likes to sing pretty good songs about real depressing, oppressive things. This is Circle Jerks in their 6th album, I guess. I guess it's called 6. I've never heard it. I'm assuming it's not very good. But we got the little Circle Jerks character doing some stonework, right? Building some pillars here. There's another One-Eyed Damned. Alright, Green Day is not a punk band, if you ask me, but I figure this picture fits here as well as anywhere, I guess, for now. Thought this is a Green Day musical that's coming out. I saw this crap on the news, and they performed a couple songs, whatever. And there's a bunch of pentagrams on this thing, as you can see, inverted. Here's Nina Hagen with a one eye 666 OK symbol. She was a weird broad, and she got real famous. Kind of famous here in America, but over in Europe, she's real well known. Okay, Henry? Okay. There's Ill Repute, also on Mystic Records, which cut off the top, obviously, here. But I think we had the three-pillar Trinity symbol thing up here for the E's, or the E. There are two of them. This is just a sticker on the record. We got one eye here, and we have a cube again, another hexagram. Okay, triangle going up, triangle going down, Jewish star, okay. Cube. Should I just call it a cube, guys? Alright, Circle One from Venice. Badass band. This is one of my favorite albums, and again we have that circle inside the square and compass thing. We also have half black, half white. Okay, so there's our Masonic duality. Our guns crossing each other make the X, of course, and you get a compass and square, double X here. So here's your pillars. The Circle One, well, I don't know everything about the geometry of circles, although they usually seem to be female. Circle One was one of the toughest bands of all times. They are one of the few punk rock bands that sang very mightily about Jesus Christ. They're really worth a listen. They're crazy. They have a crazy story. I'm going to do a video just on them, I think. I'll talk about them more. Alright, and here's just an old flyer from the 80s with E.T. on it. They use this old cipher looking thing to represent Oxnard, their neighborhood, kind of like Dogtown used to do over in Venice too. It's a gang thing, eh? Alright, this is G.G. Allen. I don't know if he's in this picture. I can see his brother there. But anyways, here they are sitting on this big pentagram, which I never really thought of G.G. as being satanic, because I only listened to his old stuff. But when you look at his new stuff, which I have here. Whoa, there. Gigi. Looking good, buddy. Alright. I'm your enemy. That's got his two G's and two upside down crosses as pillars here. His head bursting out of an inverted pentagram. So yeah, he was into the occult. And if anyone was a candidate for MK Ultra, it was this guy. GG. Again, here we have him with happy things. I guess it's supposed to be an ice cream cone. But we know this unicorn, rainbow, butterfly, cat thing is pretty mind control-y. Symbolism. Could be intentional, could not be. Alright, this is Nick Zed that used to make short, artsy, real low budget, real offensive, crude punk rock movies. His credo is do as thou wilt, just like Aleister Crowley. Here he is in front of these honeycomb Jewish star cubes. There's Terry Richardson, our favorite occult MK photographer, right? He's wearing a Mentor shirt here, and I kind of want to do a video on him anyways. And he wears punk rock shirts a lot. And he is one twisted up dude. Alright, here's the effigies from Chicago. Remember, they had the 6-pointed stars on their album. Now they've got 8. They've got the goddess stars going. Okay, and they have it again here with this ink blot. Black goo. Anybody? Mr. Gross? Alright, here's an effigies flyer with Young Frankenstein on it. With the Flesh Eaters, what a good show that probably was. And the Clutch Cargos, which is an old cartoon from the 60s. You know, the ones where just the mouth moves, like on Pulp Fiction, they showed it. Anyway, Clutch Cargos is CC33. And he's a hero. There's the FG's flag again. Uh-oh, he got on there again. Whoa, whoa, hey, whoa. And there's Jack Grisham again from TSOL with his Skull and Bones on, which, you know, Skull and Bones are going to pop up in punk rock, I understand. Although I always thought it was kind of cheesy. And I don't really like pirates very much. But Skull and Bones, Jack Grisham, sure. There's Unit 3 and Venus again with their androgynous kid. Okay, this is from the TV show V. Now, remember this logo, okay? This double F. And punk rockers are already going to be like, that looks a lot like Fear's logo. So anyways, we have a Nazi theme running in that show and with that band. Alright, well, you know, the Ramones logo is an awful lot like the CIA's, isn't it? Which is an occult symbol all on its own self. There's a one-eyed Ramones picture for you. And nothing crazy about the back of Rocket to Russia, Ramones album cover here, except for the checkers. The stripes. Could be nothing. There's Joey's grave with a Jewish star on it. He was Jewish. Rest in peace, Joey. He was a cool dude. Here you see Shepard Fairey's painting of Joey with a couple pillars and his hair looks like anyways, this communist ass artist, and I don't approve. I don't approve. Was Joey a communist? I have no idea. The Ramones were on Sire Records with Madonna. You know, so no, not all of this stuff came from the streets. There's your proof. I mean, you know, I don't know. He had mega successful and not that successful until later. The Ramones standing in front of brick walls like they like to do. They actually rock the least amount of symbols out of a lot of these bands. There's Reprise Records too, which is just a 2-ball cane right here. Just thought I'd show you guys that. For those of you that know what it is. The Smiths were on Sire Records also, and I was just pointing out, I guess, their yin-yang symbol. Smith's not a punk band, but I am a fan. There's the Sire's yin-yang, and they're one-eyed. Just like Cleopatra Records. I should have put that, same as Time Warner's Eye, almost. Destination Venus from the Rosillos. Shut up. Okay, and they're going in this X5 ship, which I don't know. X5 on a spaceship that looks kind of like Saturn, but we're talking about Venus, so who knows? Maybe they were just being wacky. Alright, this is the Damned second album, Music for Pleasure. We have this one-eyed red and blue eye here, and these 6-pointed stars here, and really a lot of stuff going on here. Somebody else could probably really decode the hell out of this thing. I'm not that great with abstract symbols like that. We looked at that one too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to part 2. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back to look at some more.